Be careful about the golden years because they're not too golden. I'm gonna donate these bag of old clothes to Goodwill, but first I'm gonna drive around with them in my trunk for 4 months, right? We all have intention to do things, and things keep changing around us. I like this one, 1998, don't get into strangers' cars, don't meet people from the internet. 2017, literally summon strangers from the internet to get into their car. I've heard a lot of you say you just use Lyft for the first time this week, right? What a world we live in. Things change, guys. I drove past my leads being delivered to work today. Have you ever seen that one? That's pretty funny, the outhouse. I just say be careful who you get your advice from. Things do change. Bill Cosby wrote a book on fatherhood. Not sure I want to read that book anymore. People always brag about grinding, right? The hustle, the grind. And it's not really what your goal is. You want a well-balanced life. You want to have a life that comes to you where you have free time to do the things you want. You're going to hear, we have an interview this week, and she always says, be careful about the golden years because they're not too golden. And I think I saw a lot of you taking pictures of Ben's white boxes versus black boxes. I saw some of you taking pictures. You're like, we all did the math on how many summers we have left, right? When you saw that box. And my point of this is why senior living is, I think, over the next 20 years, guys, this is going to be relevant. Ben and I are building something really fun and exciting here. We want to push the best leads in our industry to the right investors in every city. And so anybody know what movie this was from? Good old Biff. Back to the Future. Back to the Future. What was he holding in his hand right there? Anybody remember? Sports Almanac. He knew every outcome from 1950 to the year 2000, I think it said on it. If you knew the future, what would you do with it? If you knew the future, what would you do? You would exploit it, right? You would use it to your advantage. Guys, senior living is the future for real estate. It's the next 20 years that people always say, Phil, what a nice little niche you have there. And I'm like, you don't understand the numbers. Probate is the little niche. Right? This is 7 out of 10 Americans are going to live in some sort of assisted care before they pass away. So guys, you're here in your hands. You have the Sports Almanac in your hands. So what are you going to do with it, right? That's the question. This is just a stock photography, but I just love it. We talked about fulfillment. I see the weight come off of the family's shoulders when we get our deal done. You got to remember, they've been getting a lot of bad news lately. I'm not going to go so far as to say I'm a hero because that's too much. But let's do the math. A doctor just said mom can't move back home in 3 weeks after she gets out of rehab. The community said the place you like is $12,000 a month because you don't take mom to the cheapest one. The realtor comes in. Everybody knows a realtor. My sister's cousin's brother is a realtor, right? Everybody knows one. The realtor walks in and says, clean this place out, do this list of rehab items, and then we can hit that Zillow number. And the family, the adult children, live on average 400 miles away, so they fly into town to hear this news. What do you think they hear when they talk to Carmen? They say, well, Philip will take care of this. You don't have to even clean it out. Do you think they want to talk to me? They're drowning and I'm throwing life vests out. Do you think they want to talk to me? Of course they do.